Welcome to episode 76 of TNT. We have a Thursday show on
Sunday.
a Sunday.
Yeah.
We are 4 days into March Madness,
Mhm.
3.5. And it's been a nightmare. It's been a disaster. Haven't won a single bet. Syracuse killed me early. Made 7 bets yesterday. Every game lost. But yeah, it's been bad. How you doing, Tones? How's brackets, bets? You're up?
I'm barely up. I'm up like $60. The first 2 days I was on fire. I placed like 8 bets. I think I hit 6 of them. So I was doing good. I was up like 200 total, and then yesterday I just got wiped out.
Yep.
Lost everything.
The games Saturday were so bad. Like they were all blowouts, except for the Maryland game, the first game. Everything else with fucking Nova got blown out. Kansas got murdered.
Yeah.
Who else? Michigan pretty much, even though they hit the under of 122, it was still a fucking blowout somehow over Florida.
They did that. They who else? Kentucky beat the shit out of Wofford.
Murray State got the shit kicked out of them.
Murray State, Gonzaga beat Baylor by a lot.
They were all terrible games.
Yeah.
And they were all by the favorites.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
who bets that?
That's no fun.
That's not what March Madness is. That's like the 2-1 horse winning every race.
I want my madness. Where's my madness?
There's none. There's none. There was a little bit in the first round, none in the second. Yeah. Like unless Duke loses tonight, that's the only thing they can make up for it.
I hope not. I got a bet on them.
That's what I was going to say before when I was telling you that we should just air now because I had an opinion. I almost forgot. That's why I told you to start it fast. Okay. Is because I think that VCU is the only team that could stop Duke from going to the Final Four.
Oh, that's interesting. It's too bad VCU got knocked out by UCF.
I meant to say UCF. UCF with Taco. The 7'6" monster.
He's huge. He's a monster. Yeah, I mean, he's huge, but like, is he like a good? I don't know. Is he like a good basketball player? Like
he's probably going to be an inconvenience in the paint.
I can imagine. Yeah,
I mean, like you don't even have to be good at basketball. You'll be an inconvenience in the paint. But point is, if Duke doesn't have the 3-point shot, and that's what like sometimes it was off. They were very on and off this whole year with the 3-pointers, but it's different from Madness. But like if they weren't hitting threes during the season, they just fucking throw it into Zion in the paint, and he'll just make shit happen.
Yeah,
he's going up against Xerxes. He's going up against the Mountain. Yeah, like this massive guy. His name is Taco. And they just did this whole like behind the scenes personality background on him, like this short little montage on CBS. Mm-hmm. He's like real into the universe and stuff. He's like, yeah, I'm tall. But like when you think of everything in the grand scheme of the universe, the galaxy, I'm tiny. That was his whole thing.
I couldn't say that any better myself.
So he's down to earth, but he's also huge.
He's down to earth, but he's also up in the air.
Yeah. Best not miss because he'll be getting rebounds. And, you know,
I want to see Zion just dunk on him.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I think if he gets a running start, I think he'd be able to do it.
Do you think Zion is under strict orders from like an agent not to go too hard? Like if you take like he's just like, listen, I get you want to play in this tournament, and you easily could not. We had that thing when the guy stepped on your shoe. We could have easily milked the hell out of that.
Yeah, and no, I think you're not allowed to have an agent yet until you like declare for the draft.
But they got one.
Yeah. I mean, if he was that worried about it, I think he just wouldn't have played. He just would have said he was hurt and he couldn't play like at all. He wouldn't have came back. You know, what's the point of coming back? Like if you're going to come back, come back, you know.
So I don't watch the NBA. So if you're say the Knicks, you're a Knicks fan, right?
Yeah.
Knicks get the lottery, first overall pick. Zion tears his ACL tonight.
I still do it.
Still taking first overall?
Yeah. You have to. I mean, because he's an athletic freak, but he's more than that. Like he's not just, and he's so
nice
young.
Guy.
Exactly. He's a nice guy. He's not just athletic. He's a nice guy. I mean, come on. No, but I mean, he's got like an actual game. You know, actually like a post game, and he's a very good player. But I mean, look at someone like Joel Embiid. Like he got hurt his first 2 years, and now he's one of the best centers in the league.
Yeah.
Or Ben Simmons, kind of same thing.
I still feel like Embiid is a disappointment in the NBA.
No, I wouldn't say so.
I don't watch the NBA.
I don't really either. Honestly, I get most of my basketball knowledge from Coley and Trill Withers.
Yeah.
Mixtape, Barstool, yeah.
If you turn on ESPN, that's all they talk about. And I'll just see LeBron whining. That's all you ever see anymore. But I'll bet you Here, live on the air, $10. I bet you that the Knicks do not get the first overall pick.
No, they won't. They'll find a way to fuck it up, even though it's a lottery. They'll find.
Everybody's saying that it's going to be rigged in favor of New York.
I mean, it happened once before, Patrick Ewing, but it's like at this point, every good player we get rid of somehow, or they get hurt, or they just don't turn into a good player.
How's Porzingis doing? Is he doing anything over there?
I don't know if he came back yet. I think he's been like practicing, but I don't know if he's playing yet. I mean, that was a long-term move for them. I
don't know. I think you wouldn't want to have Porzingis and Zion.
Oh no, I'm talking about for the Mavericks. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted both of them. I wanted, but like it just doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
If he's not even playing over there, then he might as well have just kept him and just not played this whole year and did the same thing.
Well, what they did, the logic behind it was they attached him with Tim Hardaway and who's the other guy? I can't remember the other guy's name. But it was basically
Strawberry?
No, it was a contract dump. They attached Porzingis so that the Mavs would take on these big contracts so we could clear cap. But it's like, what's the point of having cap if you just trade your best player away?
Seriously. Oh, well.
Don't get me started on the Knicks. I was in a good mood.
That's what my dad always says. He said, don't even get me started on the Knicks. They used to be something great. Now it's just a joke, and the whole league is a joke. It's unwatchable.
Yeah, I mean, I was in a good mood, and you just brought up the Knicks. And now I'm not.
Right, we'll get out of there. Let's try it. Let's win a horse race. Let's go to segments. Taylor Hicks, hit it. Okay, hopefully they are showing our horse race because there is a horse named Tom's Music. Okay, so he was 6-1, 6 horse, 666, number of the beast.
Ooh.
So all right, so Oakland just finished. They're looking at Gulfstream now. So we were saying if they don't show our race, then we are just going to have to find out if we won or not because we placed these bets 15 minutes ago, and this is when we watch them. But I am not seeing Tampa Bay Downs. Are you?
I'm a little bit behind fast forwarding, I think. Let me speed it up.
I'm not. I'm seeing Gulfstream and Golden Gate.
God damn it. Yeah, this doesn't look like Tampa. Gulfstream.
Yeah. The race has to be over. It was post time 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
All right. Put on some Tom's Music as we go and check real quick, real slowly. Okay. Tom's Music. 6 horse. 6-1. Last I checked. I put $10 on to win. This is the first time we're doing this. We're not even going to watch. There's no race to watch. We're just going to find out if we won.
It said they were supposed to be on, though, which is kind of fucked up.
They did. They lied. They lied to us. Oh, I see $0 in my bank account. So that's not good.
We lost.
I want to see the results. He came in second.
Really?
Damn.
Should have done show.
What a disaster. I can't believe we couldn't watch it.
It's probably better we couldn't watch it. It would have been devastating.
Yeah, that would have been devastating. You're right. All right, $10. I just need to stop gambling for a long time. I'm done gambling for a while.
I mean, I'm gonna stop. Until next Thursday, I'm gonna stop.
I'm gonna bet on the Masters, but I have $10 on Jimmy Johnson to win Martinsville. Not looking good. But anyway, let's get to our second segment here, which was It Was All Dream. It was all dream, it was all dream. Who knows? Present tense, past tense. Who gives a shit? All right. You had some dreams? Couple dreams?
What? I did. I had a nightmare. Oh, stone cold.
It's been a while. Oh. We've been dreaming nicely. We've been sleeping tight.
Yeah, I know. It's been pretty solid, but I'll start it off, right? Let me just pull it up, get my notes. So, okay. So there was like a party, right?
You're at a party. Hold on.
At the party. Apparently I was.
Slow down. Hold on. It got chippy, so I couldn't hear you right when you started the story.
Okay. So there was a party, right? Nice. I was there, but like not in the dream. It happened like before the dream.
Real party.
I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it was a party, right? And it was kind of a deal where, like it was a group of all girls that threw the party, and then a group of all guys came in. I guess like a sorority frat kind of thing. Not that I was ever even in a frat, but it's just that kind of mindset where like the guys were on one side and the girls were like on one. So what happened was there was a big statue of Abe Lincoln there. During the party, someone knocked the head off of the Abe Lincoln statue.
Jesus.
So the girls were pissed, right?
Who broke our Abe Lincoln statue?
So do you know you never watch Peaky Blinders?
No.
Okay, so it's think Sons of Anarchy, but it's in like 1920s England.
Okay.
Right. I think you would probably like it.
I know what it is. I just haven't watched it.
Okay. So the main character, Tommy Shelby, the guy, I think his actor's name is Cillian Murphy. He was a 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
He was a Scarecrow and
the Dark Knight. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. So he was there as Tommy Shelby.
He's there. Okay.
And now keep in mind, this Abe Lincoln statue is like 30 feet tall, right? It's huge. I don't know how anyone knocked the head off of it, right? And so he was pissed about the Abe Lincoln statue. So he brought all the guys up onto this. There was like a kind of like a scaffolding around the top of the statue.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like a horseshoe shape around the statue, right? So we're like 30 feet in the air. And he's just walking with like a baseball bat, just kind of twirling in his hand. And we're all terrified. This is fucking Tommy Shelby.
He's walking around with a baseball bat, you said?
Yeah. Just kind of pacing back and forth, looking at us, just like kind of twiddling the bat. And one by one, at this point, that doesn't have anything to do with the statue anymore. He just has us get down on our knees, and we have to recite some kind of line from a movie that Abe Lincoln said. And if he doesn't like how we say it, then he just bashes you over the head and throws you off a 30-foot scaffold.
Oh my God.
So
where are you in this line?
I'm like, he's just picking us out randomly. There's like a line up and he'll just be like, you down, like say the line. And so I got up and it was my turn. And I said the line and he was just like, how come it's not in a British accent? And for some reason in the dream that made sense.
Yeah.
Even though it was Abraham Lincoln saying it, but like he wanted a British accent on it. So I said it with a British accent. He's like, that's not a British accent, that's Italian. And he just like cocks up to swing, and that's when I woke up. So it was pretty intense. But it was like it was kind of like I know you don't watch Walking Dead, but the guy Negan, he did that.
I was gonna bring that up, Negan, with the baseball bat with the barb around it. Yeah,
it was basically like that. Without the barb, but yeah, he was just
like recite the Gettysburg Address.
Yes, basically what it was.
We the people know that's the preamble. Bang.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was intense. He would just bash you over the head, and while you're just like concussed, like bleeding to death, he just like tosses you 30 feet through
so here's a new thing we can do with this segment. So what do you think that means? Because aren't dreams supposed to mean things?
They're supposed to mean something.
So what does that mean? Do you think you're just like you're seeing history like repeat itself? But I don't know.
Like most dreams that I have, I can kind of pinpoint what it means. This one, I have no idea.
Yeah, like that dream I had with the satanic worshippers at McDonald's when we went to the bathhouse in Baltimore. Yeah. That's to this day the most detailed dream I've ever had in my life. But I didn't know what that meant. That was a weird one.
Yeah, I mean, were you eating a lot of McDonald's at the time?
Yeah, no, I'm an idiot. Yeah. Yes, I was. Okay. But like, I just get so lost in how it's like a group of satanic worshippers trying to get me to take their Satan pills, and then.
Well, maybe you were eating so much McDonald's, you're like, this can't be good for me. Like they must be evil.
Bang.
Yeah.
Bang. We solved it.
Yeah. That's been bothering you for months.
So this one, I don't know. I mean, let's step back. Okay. You're at a party, that's nice.
Well, I was at the aftermath of the party. I was there allegedly, but I don't remember being there. It wasn't part of my dream.
That definitely had to do with work. It was a big party. You were like, I'll try to get there by 6:30. Yeah. Had to stay late, got there at 8. Party was already over.
I missed out. What kind of party is that from 6:30?
I don't know, but these people got a gigantic Abe Lincoln statue. I mean, like I'm thinking of like the Lincoln statue at the Capitol where he's sitting in the chair. Like imagine having that.
He's like standing up and he was like bronze.
Oh, so it's like the And Justice for All Metallica album cover. Like
yeah, sure.
Yeah, big statue standing like that. Well, I don't know. I think you had a dream about stress at work and American values and how it's being tarnished by the hooligans that are the kids.
They're under fire. Yeah, they're like the youth of this generation is ruining the American values laid forth for us by our forefathers.
Yeah, exactly. And I
Yeah.
think that's a good dream. I think you should run for office.
These damn millennials.
I had a dream one time, and you tell them all about that, and then they'll just be like, he's right.
Like, I had a dream. You know Tommy Shelby? Yeah, he was there. He had a baseball bat. he was doming people.
It was requesting the first line of the Gettysburg Address. And if you didn't get it right, he would smack your head off. Okay. Now, that's not what's going to happen when I take office. But it could if you didn't elect me.
Yeah. So that was my nightmare.
Okay.
What do you got?
I had a few. Like, just nothing really has changed. But recently, for the last 3 weeks, I keep getting in plane crashes again.
That's rough.
3 in 3 weeks. But it's getting weird now because I'm on a plane so often. Like, when I have the dreams, I'm on them and they're fine. It's not like I'm crashing. Yeah. Like, I shouldn't say plane crashes, but dreams that I am on a plane. And, and it just gets to the point where, like, I'm so used to them and I can identify when I'm in these dreams. And it's not like I can just wake up. I just have to, like, okay, I know that if I think that this plane is going to crash, we're going to go down. So I just need to, like, steer it with my brain. And it's a lot of work.
You just need to think happy thoughts.
Like, I'll see, like, the lights flashing outside the window and you see trees getting closer, but it doesn't feel like you're descending. So it's just like, how are we so fucking low? And then, like, he'll just always miraculously miss every branch and kind of swoop in and out. Then we'll land on a country road and, like, we're safe. We're just sitting there. We've made an emergency landing with a Boeing 737 on a country road in Vermont. Like, it's just, that's enough to be terrifying. Like,
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, just even like all the people that were on Sully's plane, like, they were safe, but like, I'm still imagining it was terrifying.
Yeah, water landing.
Yeah,
I've done a few of those in my dreams. I'm prepared for that. You just got to brace and get ready for impact. But I'll tell you, I'm sick of them. I'm sick of it. Every time I get on a plane now, I just, like, laugh at myself how terrified I am of this and, like, how I just have to do this a lot.
Well, think about it this way. If there ever is a situation where there's some kind of plane, God forbid, some kind of plane going down, you know exactly what to do. You've been through the scenario. You've run the simulations. You've been through this.
When I'm up in the air and I'm, like, thinking, like, if this goes down, what is going to be going through my brain? I honestly think about you guys and how you're going to be like, I can't believe Tom actually died in a plane crash. Like, after all these years of him just telling us how terrified he is of flying and all these plane crash nightmares that actually happened.
Yeah. I mean, like, most people are like, oh, that's an irrational fear. But it's like, well, no, like, most people are right to be scared.
Been afraid of it his whole life and he died in it. He was right.
That's like being scared of spiders and just dying.
I was in Texas last week. And I was like, I honestly would have rather drove. Like, just would have meant, like, I could have taken off the week just by getting to this meeting and then back. Would have killed my weekend. But I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You're too high up. It's too high.
We're not meant to be that high.
It's too high. People are just like, if you die, you die in a plane crash. It just means your turn to go. I'm just like, no, that is not a fun death. You're 60. It's like a roller coaster accident. It's 60,000 feet in the air. You just probably, like.
And it's not like instant, you're going down. Like, it's like you
have to make peace for a while.
It's probably like a couple minute process, the descent going down. It's not like you're driving and someone just blindsides you or something, like you die like instantly, whatever. Like, there's quicker ways to die. That, like, you're going down, you're going down. Everyone's panicking, everyone's screaming, the things are dropping from the thing, all the lights are flashing, the stewardesses are running up and down the aisle, the drink cart decapitates somebody, just comes flying down. They look out and
I'm sure if you're going through that situation, and this is getting terrifying, you're probably, like, that whole way down, like, pull up on the fucking things that you do, pilots, like, trust in the pilots. I scan our pilots when I get in a plane. I shake their hand and everything. I give them a look over. Like, there's nothing better than, like, a nice, like, 51-year-old white gray hair pilot, but you're also terrified because more than you'll ever know, these pilots, like, I'll be sitting there in the terminal. They just bring, like, Chick-fil-A or Chipotle, like, right on because they're the first ones to walk in once they get to the gate.
Yeah.
And they're just walking. I'm like, what if you have to take a shit? Like, what are you doing? What if you have a heart attack midair? Like, get a salad.
Well, I guess it's better them bringing that than, like, a 6-pack with them.
Well,
Yeah.
that can't happen, but it could be just as worse. Like when I eat like a whole McDonald's bag, like I feel like crap.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
delicious, but afterwards you're just like, oh,
Well, that's why there's two of them. One could go take a shit, and the other, mans the plane. Now, let me ask you: do you think they have their own bathroom, or do they just like use like the first class bathroom? Because what if the pilot just runs
no,
out?
yeah, it's the bathroom right outside the cabinet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only control panels in there, even on like the big old
Mm.
planes. If there's enough room in there, then they have the engineer in the side, and he's just like running diagnostic tests and all that stuff.
Mm.
I don't like
should
that.
do? You know what they should do? They should have the seat have a built-in toilet, and so if they gotta go, they just go right there.
You know what? I don't know. I just hate everything about flying. Like when I see a pilot come out of the cockpit to go take a dump, I'm just like, okay, that must mean things are like great. Like things look good, no turbulence ahead. He wouldn't go take a dump or a piss if there's turbulence coming up, you know?
Right. Yeah.
He would hold it.
Yeah.
But
Or
I don't know.
get a piss jug.
Yeah. And people are just like, they're always like, if driving, you have like 50 times more odds of dying than you do in the plane. It's just like we fly all the time, but like people are driving everywhere all the time, like literally all the time. How often are people actually on flights? Probably every individual at most a few times a month. On average, probably once every few months. If you spread it all the way out, but everybody's still driving. So those statistics are stupid.
They're skewed. Yeah. And I mean, also the thing with driving is like you're the one that's in control. Like you're the one driving. So it's
I like it.
It's in your exactly. It's in your control, whereas with the plane, you're at the pilot's mercy.
Yeah.
The plane's fucking sky's mercy.
Yeah.
Like, what if a bird just decides to fly into your fucking engine? Boom, boom, done.
60,000 feet in the air. We got to find an airport emergency land. Like, I don't want to fucking do that. Like, if you get a flat tire, you pull over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'd rather crash into a tree at going 100 miles an hour than like have to fall from 60,000 feet and crash into a tree.
Fair.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and then the other dreams, I keep having Buccaneers dreams that we keep messing up our draft pick. Like all the time, other than these, like it's like they go intertwined. I just keep like I don't know who we pick, I don't know what's going on, but I just remember we make our pick, and then I hear Mel Kiper saying like, "This is a ridiculous pick. Like, why would you do this? Like, this guy was going to be available in the 6th round." You go on Twitter and it's a firestorm, and you're like, "Oh my god," and it's just like a disaster. Like it's just a flat out. Like they took a fullback or something with a 5th overall.
I was going to say, with their first round pick, the Bucs take fullback.
No! But I'm sick of it. Two things I've never been on a bad airplane flight, but I've been a lot of turbulent ones, but you can't complain about that. I never had to do emergency landings, but everybody I've worked with has had like at least one situation on an airplane where like either the fucking oxygen mask falls down. My old boss's boss and 2 other people from my company were on a Southwest flight that landed at BWI and then went and kind of fell off the runway towards the end of it. Just slipped off.
Oh shit.
It's like I wasn't a big deal, but like, we got out of there and it was a whole big thing, but we were never really scared. I was just like, man.
So what, they just had too much speed and they just like kind of skidded off the runway?
No, they couldn't see. The pilots couldn't see. There's something there was darkness on the runway or something like that, low visibility. And I think they just like kind of cut an angle too close to the left after they were already almost completely stopped. So they kind of just rolled into like rolled down like, whoa. And like, but still, like if you fuck that up with like a full engine full of fuel,
yeah,
you're gonna burst into flames.
Yeah. Not good.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
I got to fly to Scotland in a couple months, and I just like want to cancel the trip because I don't want to fly that far. 8 hours in the air. The most I can do is 4. Not even. I have 3.
Yeah.
8.
Where's the farthest you ever flew?
Hawaii, but I was like 7, so I don't remember it.
Okay.
So it's like Florida, the other farthest thing. I mean, I go to Texas a lot. That's 3.5 hours. 9. They usually make it less than 3. Mexico, a long time ago. But yeah, everything is about 3 hours, 3.5 tops. Yeah. So this is just going to be 8. And people are like, just sleep on the plane. I'm like, I can't. I physically cannot sleep on planes. Nobody believes me. So I think I'm just going to take an Adderall, drink a coffee, and have like a whiskey and just stay up. And
that's a wild combination.
I know, but if the plane's going down, I want whiskey in me.
Fair.
So that way I could be like, you know what? Fuck it. Woo! At least I feel good. Like, I don't know. But all right, let's get out of there. Let's get to our third segment, which is an Ask a Gay. I keep putting this in here. And then when we do the show, I'm just like, why did I put this in here? It's just an easy one. Making fun of me being gay. Go ahead. What do you want to know? Butts?
No, well, I mean, I guess butts are always involved with this, but what's the etiquette in terms of who comes first? Like, who's supposed to come first? And if does someone come first, does it ruin it? Like,
yeah, that's a good question. So, yes, right there. If someone comes first, for me, it ruins it. But how are you ever supposed to sync it up perfectly? Like, it's never.
Yeah, that's the thing is like, unless you're even in porn is never like synced up,
Yeah, usually it's a warning, but it's like too late of a warning. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna come, and you're like, huh? And then it's like blah blah blah. And then you're sitting there, you're not done, they're done. Yeah, big problem.
I mean, like, is it a big problem, or are you just making it a big problem?
I a little bit of both. Okay. There was one guy who was here. I was just like, just get out of here. Like, I'm not gonna. Like, you're done. Like, I'm tired. And he was just like, I ain't leaving until you finish. Just like, game on. And I just had to furiously beat off for like 8 minutes laying next to him, dripping sweat, working for every inch of that load. And I got it. And then, like, it's like I've brought up, and I don't want to get too gross with this, but I've only finished like 5 times out of however many. So, like, the times I do finish, though, it's like, get out. So I can only imagine, like, I've never finished first. Never. Yeah. That I can confirm. If I was that guy, I would be disgusted waiting for the other guy.
Yeah.
I'd be sitting there just like, look at me. What am I doing? What am I doing?
Well, I mean, so it's like, we all know you're not a bottom.
No, I'm not.
So if you finish, like, you're not going to keep fucking with a soft dick.
Listen, that happens in porn. I don't have that kind of stamina, but I can't do that. I'll tell you, some people get freaky out there. I'm sure they like that, but like, once I'm finished, and I just kind of sit there and wait. If I were ever in that opportunity, I'm always, like I said, the guy who's people are waiting on, and it's not fun. I've had a fake cum so many times in my entire life.
I've heard of girls doing that, but you're the only guy I've really heard of fake coming.
I just get so in my head. I'm just like, this is like, like when you like lose it and you're like, all right, I have to like restart, like getting hard again. And like, it takes a minute. I like, sometimes I'm just like, he's done. And like, I got to go through the reboot. Like, I got to restart my internet. I don't know. I'd rather him just get out and I'll finish it later. But yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem people deal with day in, day out basis.
So who is supposed to finish first?
Ooh. It's always good when the guy's getting fucked finishes first, because the guy who's doing the fucking is supposed to be like ready to go at all times.
Yeah.
But I suck at that. So, and the guy who's usually getting boned first always just like all over his stomach, and then it grosses me out. I'm like, splooge.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, fair. I can't get mad at you for getting grossed out by cum.
It's like, it's got an odor to it that is unfamiliar in a way. But I don't need enough fruits or anything. I don't know what's supposed to make it smell good, but whatever I do,
supposed to eat a pineapple.
Pineapples, yeah, nah, don't. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't.
Do you not like pineapple?
I don't like pineapples. Really? I don't like fruits.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and eat a fruit, but like, if someone hands me like a piece of pineapple, I'm not gonna be like, get that the fuck away from me.
I will. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Eat it? Like, no, get it away from me. Get me a fucking steak. I want a sirloin. Well done. Just kidding. Medium rare. But if it's overcooked, it's fine. It's still better than the pineapple. But okay, done? You done?
Yeah. That's all I had to know.
All right, let's move on. Let's get to our next segment here, which is I got something to say. You had something to say.
Yeah. I'm so over Dickie V and his whole shtick.
Oh, I think the world is.
I can't stand him. He's just like he's had the same shtick since the 80s. It hasn't changed a bit.
Well, I'm going to defend him, actually.
Okay. What do you have to say?
He's a Bucks fan. Die hard. Not die hard.
Who gives a fuck?
I do. Look who you're talking to,
You
Bob.
really want that guy on your
That
side?
goes far with me.
Let's go, Jameis, baby!
Buccaneers, baby.
I don't know, it just kind of popped into my head last Sunday. It was Selection Sunday or whatever. I just had the ESPN on in the background. I was editing the podcast, and he's just like yelling at me through my TV. He's like, "Dude, shut up!
He's just
You're
psyched.
annoying."
He's just psyched up.
He's just
Just
like,
change the channel. Don't yell at Dickie B. He's old. He's an old man.
no, that's why you shouldn't be on TV. Like people that old should not be on TV because there's a liability. They will say or do something.
Don't discriminate against the elderly. Okay.
I will discriminate against the elderly.
All right, fine. Good. You know, somebody doesn't like wisdom. Like,
No, that's fine. I just don't need them like trying to hype me up and just yelling at me.
Virginia, baby. I love it. I love it. I'm just like, you know what? I was gonna go get a second cup of coffee. I don't need it because Dickie V's on TV. So I'm just gonna keep this on, turn it up.
I don't know. I just can't. He's just so annoying. It's like, dude, shut up. Like they've been trying to push him out for years, and he's just like, no way, baby. I'm not going anywhere, baby.
Yeah, like, you know, good for him. He's a good Catholic man. Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan. Like, what's there not to like?
I don't know. He's just, it's just too much of him. Just,
yeah.
I know he only comes around a couple months a year. When it's like getting towards tournament time, but that's more than enough.
Yeah,
more than enough.
It's too much.
Too much. It's almost too much.
It's too much. It's too much Dickie B.
Yeah. I don't know, but anyway, I just had to say that.
Go ahead. Yeah, I had something to say.
Okay.
But I don't know if it goes well if I got something to say, but I'm going to do it anyway. Barstool. I called into the radio, evening yak. Okay. Well, just the yak. On Friday, on my way up to New Jersey, I was called a liar. I was called slandered. I was slandered on national airwaves.
What happened? What did you say?
So they were talking about Michigan State, Tom Izzo screaming at his player. And they were just talking about like getting chewed out, getting yelled at.
Yeah.
So I called in because I had a great story. But I didn't tell it well. It came off terrible. I was an idiot, but I was still called a liar. And this is true. When I was a kid and when I would get screamed at, I would piss my pants. I think I've told it on here before. When I was on my friend's couch, when I was dressed dirty, when I had dirty clothes and she screamed at us, I pissed my pants.
Yeah, you told me before.
When I spilled pretzels on the bus in elementary school and got called to the principal's office, I pissed my pants.
Wait, you got called to the principal's office for spilling pretzels on a bus?
Yeah. There's a strict rule of no eating on the bus. And they weren't even my pretzels. They were my friend Jacob's pretzels. And he pulled them out of his bag just as a joke. Like, look, I got food on the fucking bus. Like, look at me, I'm a badass. And they spilled everywhere. And the bus driver saw it. And like the next day, it turned out the bus driver went to the principal and told them that we were eating on the bus. And like, it wasn't like she wasn't going to yell at us, the principal, but there were these 2 detention forms filled out. There was like, it was the kiss of death. Like the piece of paper that you got from the principal when you got to detention in elementary school, scariest thing I've ever seen. I never had one before. I've just seen them from other people. And I saw my name on one printed up and she pushed him forward. And she was like, you guys want to talk about what happened on the bus yesterday? And we like, Jacob and I looked at each other and like, I just like had to start squeezing my legs together because I was so scared. Like we had food on the bus. It might as well have been a bomb. And piss came out. Like piss came out.
Like a full-on piss or just like a little?
Yes, like a full piss. Like I couldn't stop. It was like this whole thing. And like she dismissed him because I think she saw I assume she saw what happened. Yeah. She's like, Thomas, you stay here. Like Jacob, you go into the other office here and like whatever. And then she just saw it and she was like, listen, like if you didn't do it, you just let us know. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I came clean. I was like, Jacob had the pretzels. Like we didn't even mean to eat them. I didn't know he had them and they spilled. It was an accident. And she was just like, she saw I had pissed my pants and she heard the story. She's like, these poor kids had pretzels. Like they didn't mean it. And they spilled everywhere. Like if I brought that detention slip home to my mom, I was done. Punishments from my mom were the most terrifying thing. She was the scariest woman on planet Earth.
What would she do?
She would dump goddamn liquid soap down my throat. That's one thing. She would spank me. She would scream at me and she would lock me in the room. Especially it was the worst when it was during like the springtime or the summertime when I would get punished and it was bright daylight out and I knew my friends were hanging out. It was like 6 o'clock and I had to sit in my room with the door locked and like, no, it's just pure sun out and I'm missing everything. Like that was probably the worst of it all. But it didn't go away until like junior year of high school. Now I did lie about that part in the call. I did say that like I I made up a story about high school because they kept me on the air too long. I was like, what am I still doing here? I told my story.
You are a liar.
Kind of. But for like high school, like the point being was I never got in trouble because I was terrified. If I did, I would piss my pants, but it would be in high school. So I didn't do anything wrong in high school. That was the point. I was a scared little boy. Imagine going to an all boys school, getting yelled at, and you piss your pants in front of all guys. Like, you're done. You're fucking toast.
The only way you could pull it off is if you're just like, yeah, I just did that to get out of trouble. Just act like I was.
Nobody buys that. I've thought about that. Nobody buys. Everybody be like, yeah, okay. Because you don't just sit there and piss with a straight face. You quiver. You quiver in fear. You're scared. And then you're focused on like your legs getting crossed to get your dick in there to like hold it. And like it was not fun. It was.
So you're just like a poodle, like a dog. Like cousin J Mac used to have a dog that like would just like get scared and start pissing. They're like little like hot like little wiener dogs.
Yeah.
just like
you just scared and pisses. Yeah. That was me for a long time. And I was called a liar on national broadcast. And I have witnesses to back up all of my claims, all of them.
Yeah.
I wonder if my friend's mom would like pretend she remembered that. Like, I think she tried to like forget it happened because like, what a weak moment by a mom, like a friend's mom. Like, the poor kid was dirty and like she just screamed and I pissed my pants. She was definitely just like, oh God, I should have taken it easy back there.
I remember she probably just like, oh, remember that like a little pussy you used to be friends with that pissed his pants when he yelled at him.
I still know her very well. It's my best friend's mom.
Do you ever just bring that up? Like when
I bring it up to Al, who the his the son is, but like I never brought it up to her. Like I got yelled at, pissed my pants, and then just came up with this outlandish lie that no. Before Alex, who is the fourth kid there, I was like he told a joke before and it was so funny. I pissed my pants, but I was crying at the same time. So like none of it made sense. And people still took my side and was like, Alex, get out of here. Made him, he's crying and he pissed his pants. Like whatever joke you told before. Terrible. Get out. And he was just like, what the fuck did I do? And he got out. It's a crazy story. I could see why people would call it a lie, but it's not. It was 100% factual. So I should sue.
You should.
All right. Let's get to our fifth segment here, which is a Let There Be Rock. So I gave you some Motley Crue because the new Netflix Motley Crue movie on Netflix is out. And I wanted to do a little Crue appreciation. I changed it a little cover from the movie of Like a Virgin. So you got to listen to that. What'd you think?
Well, obviously I had heard the Madonna version. Basically same lyrics and everything. Had some nice guitar riffs, but I do have to say that hearing those lyrics from a band like Motley Crue just makes the song sound very creepy.
Yeah.
Like I just imagine these guys trying to like take a girl's virginity. Like just from the way they were.
I think that's what they were doing.
Yeah, that's what. But that's just like I don't know. When you say it like that in like a metal kind of way, it's just like very off-putting.
Yeah.
At least it was. For me. It's one thing if it's like a girl's like, oh, she's innocent, and like Madonna, I guess was like kind of hot at the time or whatever. So it's like it's just a whole different vibe to the song.
Yeah, it was. But I was gonna say I should have given you like a real Crue song. I just underestimated. You probably haven't heard like a ton of Motley Crue, right?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, because they're in the era of metal that killed metal. So I tend to hate bands like Motley Crue. Like it was Poison, it was goddamn Guns N' Roses, fucking White Snake, like all these lame hair bed, like just like it was when it was cool to grow your hair out like a chick and just put makeup on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where that came from, but Motley Crue is the king of putting makeup on, having the long hairs and looking like chicks, and but they rode motorcycles. That was something about Motley Crue just makes me want to go to a strip club and like just beat around a pair of boobies, just slap them around.
Sheer principle.
Just like I don't like these, but like Crue's on, I want to go slap around some tits,
slapping some boobies,
just like literally slap them across, like slap a couple boobies. Thanks, babe.
You motorboat son of a bitch.
Yeah, maybe hawk a loogie on her tits.
You're gonna fart on her tits.
Maybe. Depends what song's on. But yeah, that's what Crue is all about. So they kind of snuck in under my shit radar. So they were like, all right, Crue, you can come. Everybody else, fuck you for ruining music.
Yeah.
But Crue pretty much did ruin music. They were all about the showmanship. They weren't about the music. They're about like, I'm a rock god. I'm gonna fuck all these chicks. I'm gonna throw TVs out of hotel rooms. I'm gonna crash motorcycles. I'm gonna drive drunk and kill families. All of which is true. All of that happened. Yeah. And get away with it. They were dicks. They were assholes.
Yeah.
Like, is the point.
But they were rock stars.
But they were rock stars, and they were fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if your job was to live the life of a rock star, then they did it well. I mean, the actual rock part, who knows? Like, that's not for me to say. But yeah, I mean, it seems they succeeded in living that lifestyle. Good for them.
Yeah, and kudos to them. They're not even close to Metallica on like the scale of like good music. They're right around. I'll put them right around Twisted Sister, which is like, if I'm gonna give a rock band a 0 to 100 score, like we're in high school, I'd give Motley Crue an 81.
Okay, yeah, that's solid.
Good grade. You're just like, that was a hard test, but like this will take me a long way. An 81.
Where do you put Rob Zombie?
Rob Zombie got an 84.
Okay.
Hit me again. Hit me another one.
What about fuck? What's Aerosmith? What about Aerosmith?
Aerosmith's an 84.
84, right there, Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Nirvana?
62.
Okay. Yeah, I've always been under the
they're the most overrated band of all time.
Yeah, I've always I don't know about most overrated because I don't know enough, but I've always like it's the Kurt Cobain.
They were on top of the world for zero reason.
Yeah, just because of Kurt Cobain.
I don't know why. Yeah, but
were they like that popular before he died, or was it just
they were massive? They were the most massive band on the planet while he was alive.
Really? Yeah,
it was crazy. It was literally Nirvana was selling everything out. And they sold 1 billion copies of records. I don't know where it came from at all. I mean, it smells like Teen Spirit, obviously. And then I guess just it was perfectly on trend with how teenagers were thinking in the 90s.
Angsty, very angsty.
It's so angsty, dude. Like mad angsty. Just like, fuck you, mom.
Go listen
Dinner's to ready. I don't give a shit.
Dumb bitch.
Tom, your meatloaf's getting cold. Fuck you. Like that's what the 90s were.
Yeah.
And that's what Nirvana, that was their target right there.
Yeah.
I'm playing The Sims, Ma. Give me 20 minutes.
What about Guns N' Roses? Where do you put them?
Fuck. 72.
72. Okay. What about Megadeth?
71.
You Avenged Sevenfold guy?
No, I hate them.
So you don't like any like the screamo like?
No, I could do some Slipknot, but all that music will fall around the 6.9.
Okay, fair. Yeah,
okay.
Just take it or leave it.
Yeah. Highest graded Metallica out of 100.
Naturally.
Perfect score, like my research paper back in junior year. Second highest rated, even though they're not my top 5, Ozzy Osbourne across the board.
Yeah.
Give him a 98. He just, all these different bands, and Ozzy's just the Prince of Darkness. And you're just like, you know what? You have a good enough voice and like you've never changed. I'm all like for it.
Yeah.
I buy it.
Respect
it.
What about one more about the Chili Peppers?
Chili Peppers are an 88.
Okay. Solid.
They're good. They're very good. They could have been better if John Frusciante or whatever his name is just could stay in the goddamn band and not wander off like a lunatic. Like the guy quit being a meth head a long time ago and a heroin addict, but like his fucking weirdo brain never left him.
Yeah.
You ever watch that guy's tapes of him just like completely fucked on heroin, like making tapes in Russia?
No.
It's all on YouTube. It is terrifying. Oh, that reminds me. So we have our movie reviews later with our new movie assignments. I have something for you. Okay. Stay tuned. I'm terrible. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but if you have, you're gonna be like, oh my god.
I hope it's better than the one you gave me this time.
Oh, teaser. I forgot what I gave you, to be honest.
Southbound.
Oh, Southbound. I haven't seen that. I gave that. Well, the movie I'm giving you, I haven't seen yet either. So we'll get to all that. But I know all about it. All right. So let's get to our 6th segment here, which is a what's good. All right. Runaway, Kanye West. This is a basic bitch Kanye West song. This is such a basic bitch. Like, I don't get how he's so popular. I just don't get it.
Okay. What did you? So you didn't like the song? I'm guessing.
I didn't like the song. I
Okay.
didn't. I did not. I was listening to it and I was listening to all this Motley Crue. I texted you what your song was. You texted me, all right, you had to listen to Runaway by Kanye West. Paused the Motley Crue, went to this song. I was like, oh God.
Yeah, I mean, if I knew you were
over.
if I knew you were listening to Motley Crue, I probably would have given you a different song because it's such a change up.
I was like, what? This stinks. All right, so lyrics written down.
Okay.
What's done is done. All right, you gave. Listen, I know you didn't want to give it to me, but you gave it to me. Let's have a toast for the douchebags. Let's have a toast for the assholes. Let's have a toast for the scumbags. I like that lyrically.
Yeah,
I still think he could have been more creative with it, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing with this song is the simplicity. That's what I like about it so much because like the whole beat is basically just three piano keys.
And I wish it was more powerful with these lyrics, but I get it. But if you're gonna be saying like if you're gonna do toasts, 3 lyrics of toasts, like here's a toast to the curse word, like get more creative. Don't be douchebag, don't be asshole. You know, like let's have a toast to the fucking cunt.
Well, he's not just like saying random shit. He's saying stuff like he's saying basically like that he's a douchebag, he's an asshole. Like he's saying like let's toast to us. Toast us. Yeah. Like, you know, like maybe douchebags, maybe assholes, but like, you know, we're not bad people.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what his see the thing that I like about his music, and I don't like all of his music, you know, his albums are hit or miss with me, is he's true to whatever kind of mood or you know, headspace he's in. That's what he makes.
Which is all over the place.
Exactly. That's why, you know, you listen to an album like this, you know, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, that was the name of the album, which is probably my favorite album by him. You compare that to like Yeezus, which is like upbeat and angry and aggressive, like just 2 totally different albums, but it's like 2 totally different sounds. That's what I like about him. And like, say what you want about him, you know, he's out of his mind, and I don't know how he's so popular, like how people just like go crazy over every little thing he does.
Yeah, like literally, if he tweets out like "hello," the word, it will probably get 342,000 retweets.
Yeah, no, it's insane. But the thing that I like about him is that like literally whatever headspace he's in, that's what he's making music for.
Yeah,
like I respect that. It's not just like you out there trying to make, you know, like, you know, cookie cutter pop hits like some of these other guys do. Like he's just doing what comes out, like whatever flows out of him through his head. That's what he's making, and I respect that.
I can make a pop hit right now too. Like if you give me a good beat.
Did you ever see that video of it's like these like 2 guys, like they're playing like guitar on stage and they're playing the same 3 chords and just going from like pop hit to pop hit to pop hit, not changing any chords.
It's that easy. Like it's cash cow for people like that.
No, it's like a scientific like thing. Like there's like a certain melody that if you put that in your song, like it increases the chances of being a hit like exponentially.
Yeah, the drums just go boom, pop, boom, pop, boom, pop.
Yeah, it's just like 1 chord, like they were playing it, and like the guy would just be strumming, and he wouldn't even be like moving his hands, and then the guy would change up the song, and it would just be like you couldn't even tell the difference, like the way it would transition. Yeah. It was just the same chord. He just kept playing the same chord on the guitar, and the guy went from like Gautier to like, you know, what's a John Legend song? I don't know. It was just going through like basically like from like the 70s all the way
to
like current.
And I'm telling you, I already know. Like from the beginning to the end, if you're gonna do a pop hit, it all starts with that drum beat where it just goes boom, pop, boom, pop, boom, pop, and then you just build. You just build the foundation off that boom, pop at the perfect timing.
You know, and then that's where Kanye comes in, where he's just doing this like he literally just has 3 piano notes is the whole song. And then obviously there's like the bass in there too, but you know, I don't know. Because I kind of listened to it. It's one of my favorite Kanye songs just because it's like it's just so different. I don't know. Like I was just in the mood the other day to listen to it, and it's been stuck in my head.
Well, I have some more lyrics written down here.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. I sent this bitch a picture of my dick. I don't know what it is with females, but I'm not too good at that shit. Run away from me because I suck. I added that last part because that's the meaning of the song.
Yeah. No,
Run away because I'm an asshole, douchebag, scumbag. But am I that bad of a person like you said? No. But guess what? I don't like doing the dick pic thing either. I'm with them. You know, like it's just like what am I gonna do? Like, yeah, I'll send it to you because you're fucking annoying about it. But like, you know, are you just gonna judge me on my boner pic?
Yeah. You know,
That's what he's saying.
Maybe you're just having a bad dick day. How do they know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But
no, and that's the other thing about him is like, you know, he may have songs where he brags and shit, but he's not gonna just make shit up.
He's been like, yeah, like I'll fuck you up, but I got a small dick. Like what? Like that's how it goes with him.
He was saying like, I'm not too good with girls. Like I'm not. Yeah, at one point I think he's like, I'm not very romantic. I couldn't take the intimacy or something. Like what other rapper would just be like admitting
I ain't that romantic, but I'll suck your dick. Like,
yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know. He's definitely love him or hate him. He's definitely unique in that aspect.
Yep.
And I go back and forth on him, honestly. Like there's sometimes I'm just like, dude, just shut up. Like, what are you doing?
Kanye.
But then he'll come out with an album. He'll come out with an album sometimes. I'm just like, damn, gotta show respect.
Respect. Sean from Tones, not from me. Stunk. I think he's an idiot. Let's get to our 7th segment here. Haikus. It's been a while. I'm going to read my haiku first. What is Bob doing? A ham hangs from the pine tree. Who pissed on my shit?
Okay.
Taking the glasses off, thinking about
it. What is Bob doing? A ham hangs from the ham tree?
A ham hangs from the pine tree.
The pine tree. Okay. Yeah, ham tree. That makes sense. Who pissed on my shit? So this is what happened. Right. Guys are camping, right?
All right. Camping trip with the boys.
With the boys, you know, out in the wilderness. Anything goes. And Bob is just acting a fool, right? You guys had a little too much to drink, stumbling around, making some noise. All of a sudden, you look over, he threw a ham in the tree. The only ham you had.
One ham.
The one ham. That was supposed to last you the whole weekend.
Imagine going on a camping trip and you brought a ham to last you for days.
That's all I need. And then while you're distracted by the ham, one of your other drunk buddies, maybe Bob, we don't know, pissed on your shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's what happens. You go camping, anything can happen. Maybe it was a bear that pissed on your shit. We don't know. You won't,
and you also won't know what Bob was doing. You can't also assume that the ham was in the pine tree because of Bob.
True, fair.
But I see it makes sense though, because what is Bob doing? And all of a sudden there's a ham in the tree. Like, yeah, it's very easy to blame Bob. Totally. Yeah, I get that. But then, like, I feel like the guy who's putting those two pieces together gets interrupted in his thought process and was just like, "Who pissed on my shit?"
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's looking at Bob, and then he looks and sees the ham in the
ham and the Bob are in front of him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they couldn't have what's going on. And then he turns around, and then everything's just covered in piss. He's like, "Oh, pissed on my shit."
Who did it? That's the question of the psycho.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's sorry, this game is getting close. the cover. I'm at 130. Need 18 more points in the next 3 minutes.
That's doable. That's dead. That's a dead bet. That's a dead bet.
Shut your mouth, okay? Once they start fouling, even though it's a 24-point lead, once they start fouling, it's not going to happen. They're up by 24.
Yeah. I think a bear pissed on my shit.
It could be a bear. Maybe it's a fucking wombat. We don't know.
We don't even know if it could be if it's in New Zealand or Australia. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Are they native to New Zealand, Australia, wombats?
Oh yeah. Wombats and koala bears. Oof.
Koala bears for sure.
All over the place.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Okay. Read your haiku. I want to break it down. I gotta take a piss before we gotta break down our fucking movies and get to the shit that I'm giving you.
Okay. How far must we go? The exit is not in sight. Past the chorizo.
All right, it's an easy one. You're on your way to Ohio. All right, long drive. All right, you missed the exit. Okay. You're heading towards Cleveland. You're trying to go to Cincinnati. And you're just like, what are we doing? And what's the second line again? Yeah. The
The
exit's
exit
not in
is not
sight.
in
Driving to
sight.
Ohio. Where are we? We're like, oh my God, are we driving to Alaska? No, like we're on our way to Ohio. Let me just calm down past that chorizo because we went to Chipotle beforehand and that's what he got in his burrito, chorizo meat. And he eats it and you never find out what happens. The credits roll as he eats the chorizo burrito and they're lost on their way to Ohio. So this is a pretty sad story. I mean, it's not sad, but it's just not satisfying. You know, you get this whole plot of these people driving to Ohio. They miss the exit, they eat their burritos, and then you never find out what happened. Did they get to their destination? Did they get lost? Who knows? No one.
Why Ohio?
Because that's just the drive.
What does that mean?
It doesn't matter what it means. It's just what it is. It's art. That's what I'm seeing. I'm looking behind you, the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm seeing that as Ohio.
I don't know how that makes sense.
Yeah, it does in a way.
Okay. Well, this I actually didn't start off with a purpose, but then halfway through I kind of turned it into something. So this is a tale of the Chilean miners
Whoa.
stuck in the caves, right? How far must we go to get out of here? Like, how do we get out? The exit is not in sight. Hey, pasa chorizo.
Whoa. Whoa.
I was gonna say chimichanga, but that was too many syllables, so I wrote chorizo.
Okay. Which is a Mexican blended sausage.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
And
sure they have a similar thing in Chile.
didn't the Chilean miners all die?
No, they got out.
We're thinking of? Oh, they got out?
I think so. They made a whole movie about it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I thought they were
Yeah,
dead. I thought
they
they
were
were
trapped for like a month and a half or something. It was crazy,
I,
but they got
I,
out.
I don't know, man. I just see Ohio and missing the exit and just being like, where are we? Give me the fucking chorizo burrito from Chipotle back there. And then they
Well,
hand
that's
it
the
up and you
beautiful.
eat it.
That's the
Huh?
beautiful thing. That's the beautiful thing about this segment is like it's open to interpretation.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like I could go in one meeting and you could take a completely different meaning out of it, which is the point. You know,
What's the last line one more time?
pass the chorizo.
Okay, so I'm gonna read the last line like this is a motion picture, and then once I finish, you're gonna hit the song of the closing credits. Okay.
Okay.
Pass the chorizo. Credits roll. Like it just leaves you on the edge of your seat. Those are the last lines spoken. Like, does the car crash? They're like, what?
Is
Where?
there a sequel? What happens?
Exactly. So we're gonna leave it there because we don't know. And we're gonna get in to our classic 4-pack Talking Flicks hybrid. Hit it, Kane. All right, I gotta piss real quick.
Fucking cunt.
Did you lose?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a cigarette break too. Piss and cigarette.
All right, I'll have one too then.
All right. We'll resume. Oh, ow.
What was
All right.
You just get back?
All right.
You just get back? Look at that timing.
Perfect. Impeccable.
Do you know anything about this Mike Tauschman guy?
No. What's up?
No.
Is he on a team?
Well, he made the opening day roster for the Yankees.
Ooh.
He's an outfielder. I don't know. And I thought they would have, maybe brought Wade or Frazier or somebody, but
yeah, it must mean that Clint Frazier's fucking still hurt.
No, I mean, he was playing. I think he just didn't have a good spring.
Damn it.
But he'll be up. He'll be up at some point.
Good.
I got faith.
Good. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So we got our movie reviews. So you had to watch Southbound, which I gave you to see first and tell me if I should see it or not. And I had to watch Hard Candy.
Yeah.
Which was a messed up movie. But you go ahead. What was Southbound all about?
I mean, this is like I'm pissed. I'm upset with you. I got a bone to pick with you for.
It wasn't good?
No, it sucked. It was awful. It was so the gist of it is there's like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 different stories, and it's kind of out. It takes place like out in the middle, like Arizona, Nevada, like in the desert.
On the deserts,
right?
Yeah. The trailers look good, like good aliens.
Well, and there wasn't even aliens in it, but basically it all takes place, more or less on this like kind of like back road highway that like no one really ever travels, and it's like kind of stuff happens. And the way it works is like there's different stories that kind of bleed into one another.
Okay.
Right. So the first one is I guess I'll just go through the kind of
because I guess I'm not going to be able to watch it because it was bad.
Yeah. So it starts out these 2 guys are driving in a car and they're all like kind of bloodied and battered, and they keep looking out the window and they see these skeleton hovering things that like
aliens.
They're not aliens. I don't know what they are. They're not aliens, but they're following them. And those guys end up getting killed by those things. Right. That's the start of the movie. And then there's I can't even remember the next story. I watched this like over a week ago.
It doesn't even matter. I just wanted to know if it was worth watching or not, because on Instagram, this cool spooky movie account that I follow that posts clips posted a clip of, I think, what you just discussed with the 2 guys in the beginning who died getting attacked by those monster floating things, and it looked pretty good. But
basically what happens is like, so there's, the first story is these 3 girls are driving. So I think they're in a band. They're like traveling to the next show and the car breaks down and these people pick them up and they're in this weird kind of satanic cult. And the one girl realizes she tries running away and then she runs away. And there's a dude just kind of driving on the highway on the phone, businessman, nice Audi, wearing a nice like button up, runs her over, right? Going like 100, right? And fucks her up. So he calls 911 and there's like no one near them for miles and miles. So they tell him, all right, throw her in the car. You got to drive to the nearest town, nearest hospital. He brings her to the hospital. The hospital is, deserted. There's like rotting food everywhere. Like no one's been there for years. And so the 911 person's like, all right, you got to perform surgery on her. So he performs a surgery.
Businessman?
Yeah. She ends up dying. And then like the people on the other end of the phone just start laughing. There was a whole like setup. And then what happens is the person on the phone ends up getting off the payphone, walks into this bar. And then another guy walks in with like a shotgun. He's just like, where's my sister? Just like, he's not here, dude. He's not here. And then he starts fighting people. And then like they turn into like, they're like half werewolf, like this weird.
Was his sister the person who got hit by the car?
No, it wasn't. So he ends up going. He takes one of the people to this like weird like trapdoor that you could only see if you're like one of these werewolf people, and they go in and she's just like a tattoo artist for these like werewolf people. And then she doesn't want to leave. And then he ends up going and then he gets killed. And then somehow there's another story where there's like a family and they're at like a gas station and they leave and then they go back home and these people break into the house. Kind of like, you ever see The Strangers?
I don't think so.
Well, maybe I'll give it to you at some point. That was pretty good. But people like in masks that are just kind of like stalking them outside their house and everything.
Ooh.
They break in and then they end up killing the whole family. But it turns out
Jesus.
that the people that kill them are the guys from the first scene. And
Damn.
like when they kill them, they like these like demon things come out of like the people's mouths or whatever. And they start chasing them. And that's how the movie ends.
So that's where it starts and ends. So the floating things are the things that float out of your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. But it just sucked. I don't even know how to like it.
It sounded really good.
I mean, it sounds cool, but it would have been cooler if they tied it together better. Because the one of the guys that was wearing the mask that ended up killing the other family, because that guy did something to that guy's daughter. So he was carrying around a picture of like a little girl.
Yeah.
Right. If they really wanted to make it cool, they should have made the guy that he killed be the guy that ran over the girl with the car and make the girl that got run over the car that guy's daughter. If they really wanted to tie everything together.
Oh, okay.
That's where I was thinking. So I was just kind of like half-ass and like
I can't banter back and forth. Like I believe you. Like it's like it sounds like you should have taken over like executive producer role.
Yeah, I mean, I could have made this movie so much better.
Because the clips I saw were really cool. That's why I told you to watch it. Like
there was a couple of cool clips, like a couple of cool scenes in it, but like it just was very loosely put together. Like just some of like the ways
we never heard of it.
Yeah,
like that's why I didn't want to watch it, because it looked long, and I was going to, and I watched the first 15 minutes, but I was hammered, and I remember I didn't know they were brothers. I just remember the two guys in the pickup trucks getting like stalked by the floating demons.
I don't know if they were brothers. I don't know what the deal was with them. They were just kind of on the mission together, but
yeah,
it was just, I don't know. It was.
What are the sticks?
4.5.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Not worth watching.
No, definitely not. And I kind of wish I told you it was good, so you had to watch it just to fucking get back at you for.
I really did want to watch. If you told me like it was above 6, I would have watched it, I think. But
yeah, no, I wasn't. I was upset with you that you made me watch it.
Well, I'll get you with the next one. The next movie assignment is going to be like a.
But you just said you hadn't watched it.
No, but I know what it is. We'll get to it.
Okay.
Let me review Hard Candy real quick.
Okay.
So Hard Candy is Juno. She's 14. She's in a chat room with this guy who's got to be 38, pretty much. He's the dude from The Conjuring and Insidious. He's in all the horror movies.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even make that connection. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it's Home Alone. It's essentially Home Alone. Tables turn. He's chatting with her on this thing. They finally meet up at a coffee shop. They end up going back to his house, and then she just drugs him, ties him up, and then just tortures him for being a pedophile the entire movie. And it is awful. It's awful. She castrates him and tries to kill him, and like the whole thing is she finds his entire kitty porn stash. This whole thing. And like he is just a greaseball. And her whole thing is to just expose the pedophile that he is, even though she's only 14.
Well, she was trying to get back because apparently, I don't know if it was some girl she knew or whatever, but some girl had been like raped and murdered. A girl her age, and she knew it was like him somehow, and she just wanted him to like admit it.
Yeah. And I don't think it was him, like at the end of it, but it didn't matter because he had kitty porn and he was down to fuck her even though she's 14. Yeah. And it looked like you're watching this movie, you're just about to watch like a terrible, predator take over, the poor 14-year-old girl, but she put whatever the drug was in his drink and he woke up tied out. And then she's like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone to tie it back. Like she was a genius.
Yeah. Yeah. She actually didn't castrate him. It was a whole elaborate setup where she like numbed the shit out of his balls, just like left like a pack of ice on his balls for like whatever. And then the video, she had like a TV set up behind him with like she had a tape of castration footage. Like and she had like the camera behind her, so it looked like she was streaming it to the TV, but she didn't actually do it.
Damn. But she had all these props of like, she had like little cups of like, just look like organs in a cup that she put down the fucking garbage disposal.
Yeah.
But she didn't, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. Because he was up and running around after that. After he I think got loose at one point. He was like running around. No problem.
He was. Yeah. And then, so her whole thing was like, just go kill yourself with this noose. And like, I'm going to I'll scrub the places if you do that, this and that. And he did at the end of it. I'm trying to put together again, like the love story. He's in love with some girl. And if she found out that he was obviously a pedophile, she would hate him.
Yeah. So he was a photographer, right? And he used to, photograph like teenage girls.
Yeah.
Right. Like, these
barely
girls
legal, not even legal.
No, not even like trying to become models. And there was like one of the first girls he ever photographed, he had like fallen in love with. And he was just like always kind of in love with her. And she was like threatening to tell her that he was a pedophile, which would definitely ruin all of his chances of getting with her.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was just an interesting, because like you said, you were expecting to set up where like it's just an awful story of her.
It was so fucked up, this entire movie, like the psyche behind it, because Juno, I'm just gonna call her Juno, the actress who plays Juno. She was so relentless. It got to the point where you like not wanting to, you're rooting for the pedophile to get out of there. That's how bad she was. Like, I really wanted to see the pedophile like break out and kill her. It was hard to root for her. It was hard to root for her, even though she's completely in the right. It was it was like I didn't want to root for that.
Well, that's an interesting thought, because it's like obviously the pedophile's in the wrong, but it's like, did she go too far?
It was just like the whole thing was like, yeah, he did this, and like it's awful, but like you're still watching a guy. You don't see any of that. You just know that he's a pedophile, but he's just tied up the whole movie, and like it's literally the whole movie. You're just like, you can't help it. You're, as a viewer, you're just like, I want to see him break out.
Yeah.
And then like you have a 38-year-old versus a 14-year-old girl, and I just want to see him just like, you bitch, you cut my dick off. Blah. Like, I would have been all for that. I don't care how fucked up that sounds. But she was completely in the right. That's the thing. But still, like, I wanted to see him break out. And he did, but it was too late.
Yeah.
And he killed himself. And she said, if you kill yourself now, I will take away all the evidence and stuff. Just like, that's the game. If you don't kill yourself, then everybody's gonna know you're a pedophile, this and that. And it was a really intense, long scene at the end. And he took the noose and jumped. And then as he was falling down, Juno runs across the roof. She's just like, just kidding. I'm going to tell everybody. And the movie ends. So his last words that he heard as he was hanging from a noose is like, yeah, you're dead. You killed yourself. And everybody's going to find out that you're pedophile. Yeah. Really fucking dark movie.
Really dark.
Like so dark. Like I don't even know how to score it. I really don't. Like I enjoyed it, but like, did I? So I'm just going to play it safe. 6.9, 6 yeah. Even though I felt weird giving it that score. Yeah. 6.9. Yeah, but good. It was a good movie. I was entertained.
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't like a movie that like I've known about. Well, I heard about it. I just never watched it until like a couple weeks ago. And I was just like so kind of just captivated by the whole.
Yeah, like what's like she was like Saw. It was like a game. Yeah. Like I mean, like it's just interesting to see a movie like that where like the protagonist, even though he's a pedophile, is tied up with a girl, even though she's 14, has an entire plan. Like to castrate you. Like my dad has these classes that I've been taking. I'm a genius. I read all these books. And she's like, I got to numb it with this ice pack, going to cut your dick off. And he's begging with her. You're just like so uncomfortable the entire time, to the point where you're just like, I hope he gets out. Like, I hope he gets out. Like,
because you don't want to see a guy get castrated. Yeah.
Oof. She's like, which nut do you want me to cut off first, the left or the right? And I was just like, I can't do this. This is bad. So that brings us to the new movie assignments of what we were talking about before. So I don't know if you've heard of this, and I hope you haven't, but it's only on YouTube. It's like banned everywhere. It's a banned movie. It's probably the most fucked up movie of all time, apparently.
Okay.
It's called A Serbian Film.
I have heard of it. I've never seen it, but I've heard, because like I've seen all these lists, like most fucked up movies of all time, and it's always on there.
Yep.
All right.
Do you have any idea what it's about?
Don't
even try to think about it. Just go to YouTube, type it in, and watch it.
I remember hearing. So if it's banned everywhere else, how the fuck is it on YouTube?
It was 9 years ago. It came out, and it kind of just like people were just like, "Fuck it, put it out." I think America was one of the only countries that was just like, "We'll put the unrated version out." The director got arrested for putting it out with child porn. So there's that. So I don't know if you're going to be put on a watch list, but
wait, child porn in the movie, or he had child
in the movie?
Oh shit. Oh, isn't someone like fucked a baby?
I don't know.
I thought I heard. Okay, maybe I'm making. I thought I heard that someone fucked a baby. Like, cause okay, isn't it like a dark web like webcam thing?
I don't know.
Okay, I see. What I
I
think.
do. I do. You're kind of off. And, like I watched the trailer a bunch, and it's a movie that like it's got your name written all over it. Like besides all the crappy, child porn stuff. But it's like what's the Serbian movie you gave me where they end up in hell and the fucking
Oh, the
midget
Turkish
is
one.
yeah, it's like that.
Fuck, what's the name of that? Yeah, Baskin.
Baskin Robbins.
Baskin
Yeah.
Robbins, yeah.
So you gotta go to YouTube and watch the Serbian film. I'm probably gonna do that tonight. Because I'm so like when you have a movie like out there that's banned everywhere and like it's available to watch, like I don't care what it's about, I have to see it. Like it's just a banned movie, like got to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So my movie, which is way different, it's called Ruthless People. You ever seen Ruthless People?
No, I have not.
Okay, so it's a movie from like the late '80s. Danny DeVito is like the scumbag millionaire who's like plotting.
Oh, didn't we do this and it wasn't available? So we had to change the movie. We did.
I don't know. I mean, I was able to watch it the other day.
All right. Well, if not, I'll let you know. But
okay.
Those people.
Yeah. So basically, his wife. He's trying to get rid of his wife, trying to kill her, and then like before he can do that, someone kidnaps her, and then
no more. You do this too much. Knock it off. Fucking tell me the whole goddamn movie before I watch it.
I like the first 10 minutes.
Oh, he kills his fucking wife, kidnaps her, buries her, and then he tries to get away with it. And I'll leave you to the last 20 minutes in the movie to figure out what happens.
All right, fine. Go watch it. Watch it.
Let's get to our questions here for the 4-pack. What real life event needs a movie made about it?
I think they need to make a movie around Trump's election, like the whole.
Yeah, that's going to be soon.
Yeah, it's definitely going to happen at some point. But just
how do you frame that? Because like it's a serious thing, but also like how do you frame Trump winning without it being a comedy?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like an underdog story. Like
but then it's a comedy because like his whole thing is just like, you know what, they're losers.
I mean, you can make it a dramedy, I guess. I don't know
about these sexual assault allegations against you. Just a bunch of losers, and everybody's like, yeah, losers. Like it's funny, but it's depressing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it would be interesting because like while it was going on, there was just like so much shit going on that was hard to keep track of.
The whole time is like as bad as Trump looked, the people on the other side were worse, and they lost.
So it would just be interesting to see, see like documented, and as long as it's done right and not like in a fake news kind of.
It could be like Adam McKay or whatever his name is, who did Anchorman and The Big Short and film it like that, or like Vice with Dick Cheney.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Like it's just the shock value of like there's no way like he would ever win, and then he does, and then you really do a good job of getting that.
Now, who do you think would play him? I feel like you have to go Alec Baldwin, right?
No, you can't. I'll tell you why.
Yeah,
I hear all these interviews on Howard Stern from like famous comedians. The reason why Alec Baldwin's impression of him suck is because it comes from a place of hate. Like he hates Trump. You have to have a guy who like doesn't hate him or love him, like because otherwise it's going to be a skewed, like whatever playing the character.
That's going to be hard to do in Hollywood, finding someone that doesn't hate him. But
you can find somebody because that's going to be a big bill movie. Like it's just somebody who is able to buy into the character without having any bias to hating him or liking him, or else you're going to look. It's going to be one light or the other. It's got to be to be a perfect movie. It's got to be a guy who sees it straight away and just plays the character that he is, which is easy. It looks like,
but it's pretty one-dimensional.
Yeah, he just reads off the teleprompter and then adds in adjectives.
Yeah.
Very big, very big. So big, you won't believe it. And then he continues with the speech. But I think I would go fucking Christian Bale.
Yeah, I mean, he could play anybody. Him, or if you want to throw like Daniel Day-Lewis into the mix somehow. I mean, I'm sure you put enough makeup on him, he'd look like him, but he's such
it's too much comedic value to it.
Yeah.
I don't think Daniel Day-Lewis has that.
Too serious.
Yeah. You got to be able to like beat Trump and like they ask him like, what do you think about like our Air Force over Syria right now? And he's just got to be like, very good. Bomb them. Mr. President, we can't just bomb them. It's like, okay, bomb them anyway. And if we can't again, then come back to me and we'll figure it out.
Yeah. So I don't know. What do you got? What movie you want to make?
Metallica played in Moscow, Russia, right after the communist curtain fell down back in 1991. I think the curtain fell down in 1990. the first concert there. It was in front of 1 million people on an Air Force base. Free concert. It was so big, the military of Russia had to be the security.
Yeah,
There's never been a bigger concert.
Yeah, that's that would be. Yeah, I would almost rather see it from like the perspective of like the crowd.
That's what, like, yeah, because I mean, you have the helicopters flying back and forth over the crowd, like only like 25 feet over them.
Yeah,
if you crash, it's like hundreds of people are going to die. That many people, and they're all freshly free. That's the biggest thing. Is like, and it's Metallica, so they're just going crazy. So it's just the most wild thing that, like, I think is being a missed opportunity if you could frame it right, because it's also, if you're going to do it, just make it about Metallica. And that's like after Cliff Burton died, after Puppets, it's a new band, and then they come out with the Black Album and Enter Sandman, and they're on top of the world. And then they play that concert. It's like Queen with the Bohemian Rhapsody movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like, like if you shot it from like the perspective of the crowd, it would almost be like Mother, like the ending, how everything was just kind of mayhem and like shit was blowing up. Like, I feel like that's how it would be. Like.
Yep. And then like a lot of on stage things too, just looking out into that crowd, then back into the crowd. And it's just like crazy Russian people on vodka, just fucking going to town for the first time ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that would be sweet. All right, let's get to our next question here. You put Jason Voorhees into the plot of Game of Thrones right now, as things are
right now. Okay.
How does that change things?
Definitely adds a wild card element to it, because you don't know whose side he's on.
He's not on anybody's side. I don't think he's ever chosen a side.
So I don't know. Like, I feel like he'll go after the humans, but once the White Walkers come in, I just don't see him lasting very long. There's just so many of them. I mean, don't get me wrong, he'll take out a lot. Yeah. But like, there's just like
hundreds. How do they kill him? They have to have like his mom's sweater and all that stuff.
They'd have to literally just like, just
tear. He's as dead as they are, but he's not them.
Right.
But he's Jason.
Oh, so here's something. Since he's dead, maybe the Night King brings him on their side.
He'd have to like use control, like, Jason, come to mommy. And then then he joins. But like, I'll tell you what, if he's got a vendetta against some like counselors over Westeros, forget about it. He's helping them, but he's not directly with them.
Right. It's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
Like, we'll team up for now. Once this is all done, we'll reconsider everything, but let's just take out our enemies first.
Yeah. I mean, my answer, I think he'd be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
You can't talk to him. Like, if you try to go reason with him, we'll cut your head off. So you can't like go with like, even with an army. If you go with an army to try to reason with him, he's still gonna like try to cut through the army. Yeah. Cut his head off, and like it won't work. Like, you can cut his head off, but it'll come back on. He'll show up again. That's the thing. So he'll just be a huge pain in the ass to everybody.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I said, he'd be a wild card. He'd just be like, he doesn't have a side. He just kind of just go around killing.
Bran will be like, I don't know what to make of this guy. I know everything. He's another guy, Raven, except for Jason Voorhees. I don't know what he's doing here, and I don't know how to stop him. So like, just fucking run away from him. And when you see him, I don't know. I don't know what else to tell
you. yeah, I don't know. He'd definitely be an interesting addition.
Yeah.
It basically just like, I mean, that's kind of what the Mountain is, almost, obviously, without like the supernatural part of it, but it's
Mountain
just,
versus Jason, combat by trial.
That would be intense.
Yeah. Who do you think wins? If you're a guy who's on trial and you have to pick a combatant, and you have the option of Jason Voorhees or the Mountain, and then your opponent's going to take whoever you don't, who do you take?
Well, I would take the Mountain solely because, I mean, like, Jason will come back eventually, but the Mountain would win the fight.
Yeah.
Like, the Mountain could, like, they're probably.
I don't think Jason's going to like try to sword fight him. He's just going to stand there and like eat, getting his head chopped off.
I'm saying, like, the Mountain could like cut him in half.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm still taking Voorhees. I'm taking the immortal ghost demon man that is Jason.
No, that's fair. I mean, but like, look, like, all I'm saying is like like Jason's gonna start walking towards the mountain. The mountain cuts his head off. That's end of the trial by combat right there.
What if you're on the stake and you're about to get burned alive and Jason Voorhees walks in? Do they take you off? Like, it's not like technically not over. Like, overtime.
By God, it's Jason.
Get him down. Round 2. Like, I don't know. It would be interesting to see how he would operate.
Unprecedented, honestly.
Yeah.
We've never had anyone die and come back. Well,
you have.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Not without black magic.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, what do you think, Jason?
Well, Jason just has
kind of black magic.
Jason just has it. It is black magic, but I don't know. I still think he would find a way to beat the Mountain. I do. I'm positive about it, actually. I would bet a lot of money. But anyway, okay. Let's get to our next question here. What's your favorite movie that involves a boat?
Step Brothers.
Ooh. Interesting. It's a good one.
Yeah. I couldn't think of, I mean, like, where I go, The Perfect Storm. Yeah, that was a good
movie. That's what I have.
Yeah, you could go Captain Phillips.
Titanic. I'm an idiot. I should have put Titanic. It's like it's my second favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
But it's because of the romance, not the boat. The Perfect Storm is about the boat.
Yeah.
You know? The Angela Gale.
That's the name of the boat.
Yeah. That's the name of the boat. And they sailed into the wrong storm. That's it. And they shouldn't have, and they know they shouldn't have, and they all died. It's terrible. But it's a good answer. Step Brothers, they crashed the boat. This and that. You could have went White Squall. You could have went Master Commander, Pirates of the Caribbean.
No. Master and Commander was overrated. I know it's Mackenzie's favorite movie. But
I dare you to tell him that it's overrated.
I watched it once. It's like, oh, this is cool. But
I've never seen it.
Really? Yeah. I watched it the one time, like when it first came out. I was like, this is cool, but like I don't think I'll ever watch it again.
I pretended like I've seen it for years because I don't want to deal with him like just pounding me saying like, you haven't seen it, watch it now. Like until I watch Master Commander. Like I have so many movies on my plate. Like I don't want to watch Master Commander.
I remember it's like 3.5 hours long.
Definitely. It's a Russell Crowe movie from the early 2000s. He was like the hottest actor you could possibly get. Like all of his movies are 3 hours.
I think it was like after Gladiator too. So it was like, let me
after they just won Best Picture. Like, it's Russell Crowe like giving the fucking 3-hour platform to try to get that Best Picture. There's nothing worse when you're a 3-hour plus movie and you're not Best Picture.
Yeah. It's like, what did we just waste a fucking year?
You have a 3-hour movie like that. Apparently the budget on that movie too was like huge.
Oh, sure, with all the boats and shit.
Yeah, cannons,
all the fancy costumes,
cool little hats, but
little frills on the uniforms.
We might have to do a little talking flicks together. What do we call that when we watch the same movie?
I don't remember.
I can't remember. We haven't done that in a while, but we might have to do that soon with Master Commander.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that. I get, yeah, all right.
He's like one of the only listeners we have. We might as well.
Okay, we'll do a few, Mackenzie.
All right.
Especially since you just admitted that you haven't seen it, so you just kind of blew your cover.
I've told him that I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Recently, though. So, like, I've been dealing with that.
Yeah.
All right. Last question to get us out of here. Would you rather be able to dunk a basketball or throw a baseball 96 miles an hour?
96. No,
yeah.
Best. Yeah. I mean, dunking would be cool, but there's so many people that could dunk a basketball.
Like, not really though. Like if you're going to the court with your friends and you're able to just like throw down a dunk, like that's something.
No, I mean that's definitely cool. But like, think about how many people just in college basketball alone that could dunk a basketball, and then you added high school to the mix that could dunk a basketball.
Yeah,
like there's only, I would say less than 1% of the population can throw 96.
I'd say 5%.
No way.
What's the total population? 7 million
of the world? It's like 7.
No, we're not doing the Japanese. Only America.
Okay, America's like 300 million, 350.
What did I say? 7?
Yeah.
300 million.
Yeah.
I'd say 5. What's 5% of that? 60 million people?
About
600,000?
17.5 million.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I'm wrong. 96 is big.
That's a big number. If everyone could throw 96, then like
baseball would be not competitive.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, that's because think about there was 17 million people who could potentially play baseball.
That would be wild. But yeah. So I thought you were going to say dunk. I'm not going to lie. I'm excited that we're both agreeing that it's the logical answer is 96 miles an hour.
Did you think I was going to say it because I identify as a 35-year-old black man? Is that why?
Yes. And you watch basketball.
I really don't.
more than me. So
Okay. I mean, I really don't. Like, honestly, college basketball, the only college basketball I watched all year before the tournament was last weekend. And NBA, if the Knicks were good, I would watch them, but I'm not going to sit there and watch like a Thunder Warriors game or whatever. I don't care about that.
that's terrible. Yeah. But yeah, 96 all the way. And plus, like, I mean, you could translate that to like recreational league dodgeball,
Yeah, or even if you want to throw, play quarterback or something,
dunk tank at the fair.
you'd be breaking the dunk tank.
Imagine like sinking a guy in the dunk tank at 96 miles an hour. Just be like, you fuck. Ding, ding, psh, guy falls in.
Snowball fights. I mean, come on.
Yeah. There's a lot more than you can get out of 96 miles an hour than dunking. I mean, like, I mean, how many times are you just going to jump over shit until you can break your legs?
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather stay on the ground.
Exactly. All right. Good. Good. All right. That's the show. Tones, any post show thoughts?
No.
As we head into this Monday, this week, this treacherous week.
No. Opening day is coming up. I'm excited for that. I got
Just do this with me real quick before we hit our outro song. Take a big sniff in to the microphone. Just breathe it in. Masters coming up soon, April 11th. See you there.
Who gives a shit?